Hold. All right, now can I kill them? 8, 13, 15, 17? Oh, no, 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 no. So we have to find the Sire, right? You have to find the Sire before combat. So let's go Sewers. Hey everybody, Doomwake here, and welcome back to some more standard content on the channel. First and foremost, thank you guys for, really enjoying the standard content over the past couple of weeks. Been noticing the channel has been doing pretty well in terms of views and those subscribers that keep coming in. So if you're liking the standard content and you want to see more of it, be sure to subscribe to the channel to get notified when we post videos, because there's going to be a lot more standard content down the pipeline. It seems to be Wizards' primary focus, and it's currently my primary focus as well. And it just so happens that Foundations is probably the single best thing to happen to Standard in quite some time. I can't even remember the last time where, Standard had this much of a shakeup. We are going to showcase some awesome Foundations cards in today's video. But first, a quick word from our sponsor. This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com. They got cool stuff, and they have it in stock. And the card that we are going to be focusing on today, which you can purchase from CoolStuffInc.com, is Sire of Seven Deaths. Now, this is kind of a weird one, 7 mana, 7/7. You might think to yourself, why is this good? You have to spend 7 mana and they can just kill you with a Wrath? Well, not exactly. So, the very important part about Sire of Seven Deaths, and to a lesser extent Zetalpa Primal Dawn, another card that was reprinted into Foundations, is the fact that they have a plethora of abilities. Sire of Seven Deaths has 7 of them, 6 that matter, and Zetalpa has, a bunch of huge stats: flying, double strike, vigilance, trample, indestructible. And you're pairing those with an interesting card from Aftermath that really has not seen a ton of standard play, but is a pretty powerful card, and that is Urborg Scavengers. So this is a 3-mana 2/2, and basically when it enters or attacks, you can exile a card from a graveyard, and the Scavengers basically gets to suck up all of the types of the exiled card. That's including, flying, double strike, death touch, lifelink, etc., etc. I say that Sire only has 6 keywords because it doesn't retain the ward ability. That is not mentioned on Scavengers, but everything else. So the idea is you play one of your ways to set up on turn 2, either Triumph to discard, Picklock Founding to mill over, or Chart a Course to discard. If you have either one of these 2 in hand, you put those into your graveyard, or you hope that you mill them over with Founding or Picklock, and then turn 3, play a Scavengers, and you now have a 3-mana 3/3 First Strike, Vigilance, Menace, Trample, Reach, Lifelink. Or 3-mana 3/3, you get the idea. Now, the cool thing, sort of like the supplementary secondary plan to this, is also really cool, where you have No One Left Behind, which is good for a couple of reasons. If you're targeting Oculus or Scavengers, it only costs 2 mana. So 2 mana, return an Oculus or a Scavengers, that's a pretty good rate. But just so happens that you are playing with creatures that happen to be good on the battlefield. Both of these are totally respectable cards to just have in play, and you can do that for 5 mana. Now, spending 5 mana is kind of a lot in Standard, so it's not your primary plan. It is something that is available to you, which I do like quite a bit. Overlord here as well, another flexible card because you can cast it on turn 2, try and mill over one of your large creatures. It also rebuys both Oculus and Scavengers, and it's also just a 5-mana 5/5. And last but not least, speaking of Oculus, we talked about supplementary plans with No One Left Behind. Well, if you can't find any of your large creatures and you happen to just have a bunch of cards in the graveyard, which this deck is pretty capable of doing, you can just cast an Oculus, which, we've seen in the blue-white Oculus Reanimator decks is just a really good plan by itself. This card can and will take over games if left unchecked. Nothing too crazy in the mana base. We do have some Undercity Sewers to help kind of fuel the graveyard just a little bit extra. And then in the sideboard, your kind of usual blue and blacks: Fair, Duress, Cut Down, Ghost Vacuum, Counter Spells, Sweepers, and the Aclazotz. So nothing too crazy in the board. Now, I really think this deck has an opportunity to shine, assuming that we don't get paired into Ghost Vacuum and Rest in Peace. So let's see if we can avoid those cards in today's video. I'll see you back here in just a little bit for round number 1. Abyssal Harvester? I mean, I think Abyssal Harvester is really only good if you're also playing Annex. So I don't know. I don't know if I like it as much. Okay, not the best start to Scavenger. Not gonna lie. Not the best start. Okay, noted. Note to self: add more lands to deck. Yeah, the sacrifice deck that we played yesterday was pretty good. Opponent's a fellow bean enjoyer, huh? Alrighty. Well, okay. Look, I'm not gonna lie. Not the best start to the stream. We could just pretend this game never happened, though. Overlord of the Hotwoods. All right. I've seen enough. Okay, Beans deck, huh? Beans deck. Cut down, out, duress in. Funny thing is, they probably think we're just playing normal blue-black. Little do they know, I got something special for you. Something spicy. All right, counter spells, duress coming in. I don't know if anybody was watched a ton of Worlds coverage, but that actually happened on camera at Worlds, where Shota was on the draw playing against. I want to say he was playing against Kai, and on the draw he was playing the blue-white Oculus deck. He just goes keep 7, draw, discard to hand size. It was awesome to watch. Yeah, he just goes discard Oculus to hand size, turn 2, white source helping hand. I think he won that game too. I'm pretty sure he won that game. Sunfall Binding Lockdown. You have hexproof. Whenever it is dealt damage, you gain that much life. What? What's that doing over there? What is that doing over there? Against Dimir? Against Dimir, huh? I mean, it's a good card against Burn. Yeah. Oh, did I never pay out the prediction from yesterday? Chat, do you know if we won or lost our last match? I'm just going to assume we won. I think we won our last match. But if we didn't, then get scammed. Chart, of course. Are they trying to resolve anything important next turn? Not really, right? Okay, Zetalpa going into the grave. Zetalpa in the grave. That's where we want it. I could have taken the... Maybe I should have taken No One Left Behind. And then No One Left Behind could get back the Scavengers. Problem is, I didn't have anything in the graveyard. Distinction, thank you for the 41-month resub. The best deck in Standard is green-white Wiltleaf Leech. Do you believe me? This is a song from... Song should be in top right. I think it's from an anime. Which one do we take? I would guess the Oculus? We have 5 mana next turn. I don't think I need to hold up Negate now. But I want to find a land next turn. So we can go Oculus, hold up Negate. Fire Force. Yeah, I know it's an anime. I don't know what anime it's from, but I know it's from an anime. Beans meat. Beans secured. Okay, I can't target them. A card's in grave? 13, huh? Okay, we can do this. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We can let them kill the first Oculus. You know what they say? It is the second Oculus that kills them. Shane! What's up, buddy? Speaking of Shane, chat, did you know that The Dive Down has released their 300th episode today? And if you got some free time, you should definitely go check it out. I won't spoil anything for you, but it was let's just say quite the episode. Probably the most fun I've had recording an episode in the semi-regular guest, by the way. We need to see, the thing is, when I go to file my taxes, we need to figure out what my 100% what my actual title is. Because, I can apply for tax credits depending on what the specific title is. So we gotta hammer that out. Hammer that out. You see, the problem is they do. That is the unfortunate part about life. They do actually exist. Hey, Fabio. Welcome to the stream. Sunfall. I cast Counter Spell. I counter your spell. Okay, well, that's rude. What credits am I trying to qualify for? There's like a credit. I think it's called like the DN credit. I'm not entirely sure what it stands for, but I think it's like D's something. Not positive. I have to get back to you on that one. Zetalpa. All right, I have located a 3/3 with Vigilance Flying, Double Strike, Indestructible, and Trample. What say you, opponent? What say you, kind sir? You should apply for the Ligma credit. Nah, I'm not in the right tax bracket for that one. People in Massachusetts can't apply for Ligma. It's only outside of New England. Opponent guess 1 mana exile, draw a card. Well, the good news is I can answer 1 mana exile, draw a card. But we really need to put a Sire in the graveyard so we can also give it the other abilities. Kingslayer. How do I get this Sire in the graveyard? Do they have any abilities? No. They have no abilities. Attack. I'm going to save the other Zetalpa, I guess. No! Come on! Why does that fucker exile? Why are you playing that? You motherfucker. You son of a bitch. Exile target attacking creature. It's kind of rude. It's a little rude. Okay. Opponent is not casting spells that I can counter with Disdainful Stroke. I know. Can you imagine, like, printing cards that say exile on them? Bro, I'm blocking. I am blocking. This is definitely Sunfall, right? That's not happening. That is most certainly not happening. If we draw land, we can just hardcast Sire. Sire Gamer? Look, I mean, sometimes you're not supposed to cast them, but sometimes it just happens, right? It's going to be a decline for me. It's an easy decline. All right, get this guy out of here. Okay, I've located another 3/3 Vigilance Flying, Double Strike, Indestructible, Trample. How do you possibly beat it? Just don't have another one of these. It's actually kind of shocking how many answers they have to indestructible creatures. They have Binding Sunfall and this. So indestructible, not nearly as good in this matchup. Oh, I'm blocking. It's gonna be a block. Okay. I mean, I assume they were gonna cast Sunfall, but opponent is just, they're off it. They are off it. Opta's kind of like second land, right? Okay. I mean, not quite as good, but it has lands at least. Okay, now it's literally the same hand. I guess no Duress. Duress. Beans. Urborg Scavengers. Okay, I'm going to keep that. And then hope that we can chart into a big boy. All right, big boy located. Large individual has been located. We're gaming, folks. Again, I feel... No! Come on. You son of a bitch. Nice. That's going to be a nice for me. Dude, this person has all of the graveyard hate, all of the exile removal. Like, what? How am I supposed to beat this deck? They're just anti-Scavenger Oculus. Legit just queued into the meta breaker. This is not fair. I should demand a refund. I think this might be a refund angle. Nice card. I tap 2 mana. I take the top 4 cards of my library, and I put them into the graveyard. Good card. Powerful magic card. All right. Surely they can't defeat my 5/5. They simply cannot defeat my 5/5 creature. Do. Yeah. Worse Merfolk Doodad. Merfolk Doodad from Eldraine. What's that one? Sunfall has some words to share with you. Yeah. Look, okay. I'm not... this is we're only one match in, and we did play against quite possibly the single worst possible matchup. Like, every card in their entire deck is designed to beat ours. They have Ghost Vacuum, Leyline Binding, Sunfall, Not on My Watch, Paw Patch Formation. Like, this is maybe not the best matchup to showcase run 1, you know? Oh, Secret Keeper, the 0/4. Yeah. Okay. If only I had a card in my graveyard. All right, what you got, Loris? 2 Overlords. All right, I'm good. Okay, not the best hand. Not the greatest hand. Okay, better. I think you just put back land, right? We're on the draw. Burn player. Okay, how's our burn matchup? I would imagine this matchup's probably a little better if we can get the lifelink under Scavenger. I think. We gotta find the Sire. Boros Charm. I do need a land. Alright, Founding Prankster. Okay, there's Zetalpa. So if we draw Scavenger... No, okay, we didn't draw Scavenger. Okay, that's something. Because we can do No One Left Behind next turn on Scavenger. Well, Helix was already in Standard, right or die. Helix was in Murders of Karloff Manor, not Foundations. So Helix has been around for a while, but there just hasn't been a good Boros deck until now because of Boros Charm. Yeah. But now you actually have a good reason to play Boros, and the Boros deck just happens to want all of the burn spells anyways. Six life, huh? Okay, target this. Target this. Target this. I'm at 6. I think I actually want the discard here in case I draw Zetalpa. Although I guess I don't need the Zetalpa in the graveyard because I already have it under the Scavengers. Alright, don't deal me 6. Please don't deal me 6. If they don't have a land, it's pretty unlikely. They need, like, double Bolt Wave. Hold. Alright, now can I kill them? 8, 13, 15, 17? Oh, no, 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 no. So we have to find the Sire, right? We have to find the Sire before combat. So let's go Sewers. Okay. Opt first. Easy. That's an easy Sire for me. Found 2 Sires. All right, that's GG. That is GG. See, I told you. If we found Sire plus Scavengers, then that was going to be game. All right, burn deck, huh? What do we want against burn deck? Duress good. I feel like the removal is not as good against them. I mean, they have some creatures, but not a ton, right? Can shave on Opt, maybe. Maybe I just keep in cut down, cut, go for the throat. Although I kind of want the Aclazotz, too. The thing is, they don't have a ton of creatures. So if I'm gonna have a removal spell in my deck, I think I'd rather have cut down, because you just need to be very, very mana efficient against the burn deck. We're on the draw. I think it's good enough, although we're gonna lose if they have Rest in Peace. Have I tested Kona Omniscience already? Yeah. If you are a fan of Kona Omniscience, I would highly recommend not checking out yesterday's stream VOD. Because I got some bad news for you. Look, I don't know if there's a good way to build that deck. And there might just be a good way to build that deck, but I have... At least the version that we played was completely unplayable. But I don't exactly know like what else to do with with that deck. Interesting. I guess we just discard Oculus now, right? And reanimate that. I was gonna discard Zetalpa. Okay. Well, now what do we do? Chat, which way, Western Man? Which way, Western Man? I think Oculus is still better, because if we target Scavengers, they can kill it with the trigger on the stack. So I think Oculus is still better, right? Yeah. Oh, how does this work, by the way? If No One Left Behind is discounted, can you cast it off of Founding? I would assume no, because the mana value is still 5. Yeah, I would assume no. Yeah, the mana value doesn't get discounted, just the cost. You did last game? No, I flashed it back last game. I didn't cast it out from my hand. That's different. You can flash it back. Like, Founding can target any card in the graveyard, but I didn't cast it from my hand last game. No. I was talking about from the hand. Like if I cast the Founding there. I guess we'll do it again. No one left behind. I would like you to not tap my Underground River, please. Although I guess we have second river, so it doesn't matter. And now... I think we save this for hardcast. Kind of playing into second Get Lost a little bit by doing this, but I think it's okay. I already have Zetalpa in the graveyard. Let's just graveyard that. And I guess looking for Sire? Because we can Overlord back the Scavengers, and then if we mill over Sire, then that's kind of where we want to be. It's pretty good, too. Is there any 1000-Year Storm deck? I mean, it's pretty tough to justify playing a 6-mana enchantment. I don't really know, like, you need some way to ramp it out. I'm assuming that it's probably just bad, but I haven't thought about 1000-Year Storm. Duress. DUR_S. Opponent's like, surely they don't have the 4th Oculus, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What's the verdict on Elves? Very good deck. Extremely good deck. I'm not entirely sure the best way to build it, but it is quite good. Could have Foundinged. Well, no, because I wanted to map, right? I guess I could have Foundinged instead of mapped, but I think mapping was better there. Because I just want to try and find the Sire. Let me keep this. It's not the most exciting hand, but I think it's fine. Okay. That's not where those are supposed to be. That is definitely not where those are supposed to be. I think I still go Chapter 1. Because I don't necessarily want the Chapter 3 next turn. Yeah, Case is nuts, though. Fellow cat enjoyer. I guess that's not bad. I would like the Sire in the graveyard, but... because they could just exile this now. I play a 3-mana, 3/3, Vigilance, Flying, Double Strike, Indestructible Trample. What say you, Cask? Okay, well. In that case... turns out Indestructible doesn't mean shit. Indestructible means literally nothing in this format. What's the point, you know? What's the point of playing Indestructible? What? Why do I even try, you know? Indestructible these nuts. Oh yeah, we need the big flapper. We need big flaps. I really hope they're playing Cloudblazer. They kind of seem like a Cloudblazer enjoyer, right? Charming Prince. I draw a card. I draw. They did give me a fish, and I do appreciate that. They are nice for giving me the fish. Look, you know what? I'm just saying, I think that if you Urborg Scavengers, Sire of Seven Deaths, you should get the ward. Come on, man. You know? Like, why did we not get the ward on that? Unbelievable. Alright. They definitely don't have second exile removal. No chance, right? No chance they have second weight exile. Absolutely no shot they have second Parting Gust. Their hand is all Get Losts. Fortuna! Alright, let him cook. Let him cook. Bro. Stop! Come on, man. Stop with the exiling. Alright. I'll fucking do it again, alright? If you have a third one, though, if you have a third one, we're gonna have a chat. We are gonna have a chat if you have a third one. Because this time I'm calling the police. Surely they don't have a third copy of Parting Gust, right? I told you they were a Cloudblazer enjoyer. I mean, Fortune plus Cloudblazer goes kind of crazy, right? I have a blue-white blink deck that I kind of want to try at some point. Hey, Rosie. Welcome. Did they think they could exile all three? Because they crewed with all three. They didn't read. They have decided to not read the card. Okay, noted. I have 5 engrave. It's an unfortunate number. I'm about to have 4 engrave too. Alright. Hope it's good enough. 4/4. Vigilance, Flying, Double Strike, First Strike, Indestructible, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample. How many more abilities can we get on this thing? There's got to be some more, right? Okay, not a Parting Gust. No Hexproof. Is there any Hexproof creatures in Standard? I don't think there is. I don't think Hexproof is an ability they print anymore. Yeah, no haste, I guess. It already has flying, right? Is there any abilities that it doesn't have that they have? This one has flying. This one has lifelink. But this just comes back anyways. Oh yeah, the Saiba, the ninja or whatever. I mean, I kind of don't want them blinking the Cloudblazer, so I guess I'll just do this. And then eat this, in case they reanimate something. Alright, do not draw Parting Gust. I repeat, do not draw Parting Gust. They've already gone through 2 of them. Okay, that's fine. Hold. Hold. Please hold. I could beat a novice. Copper Host Crusher. Surely that card's not standard legal. I've never seen that card before. What is that from? Sacrifice a clue. Easy. Easy dubs, by the way. So that was the first game. Problem is, now we have to win the post-board games where they have Rest in Peace. And that seems like a difficult proposition. We can Duress it. I think I want to cut these ops. Try this. Sphinx is flying and hexproof. Yeah, see, the problem with the hexproof creatures is they don't really have any other abilities besides hexproof, you know. I guess Sphinx has flying and hexproof. Because, like, the turn that you're playing the Scavengers, you really want to have a bunch of abilities. That's why these, I think, are the two best ones, you know? Yeah, Copper Host has Trample. Is that card standard legal? So Copper Host is what? Trample Hexproof? I mean, Trample Hexproof is nice, right? It's not too bad. I could see it being alright. Oh, what did Special say? Best aggro deck for me to ape at Columbus this weekend, but no standard knowledge. Probably Boros Burn. I think that's, like, as far as the decks that I've played, it's felt like the best one. But I don't know if you really consider that an aggro deck as much of it is. Hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3. So we can discard this. It's like less of an aggressive creature deck. You know, obviously it's more focused on burn spells, but it's still pretty good. It's trample better than flying. It's tough, right? Because this one has flying and trample. This one only has trample, not flying. So these both already have trample, so I would assume that flying is more important, would be my guess. They got a counterspell for me? Well, if only they had cast that. Well, actually, they didn't really have a window, right? Because right after I resolved the Founding, yeah, they didn't really have a window for that. That's pretty funny. I mean, I guess they could have flankered in response to the Founding ability, but once they let the Founding resolve, they couldn't flanker me. Okay, no targets. Do I want to discard with Charticourse? Yeah, because I can just go chart, discard Oculus. There's no way they have sweepers in their deck, right? Seems highly unlikely. 2 eyes. There's no eye in team, but there is an eye in play. Something like that. There's a joke there, but I kind of lost it. I sold. Look, I'm not the funniest person in the world. My jokes are pretty terrible. That's one thing you have to realize about being a part of this stream. A lot of dad jokes. I try to be funny, but I have the, you know, my attempts are not very well received for the most part. Yeah, there is an eye in win. Okay, huge match coming up right now. Huge rank up match. Will streamer get to the next rank? We got to change up the deck a little bit though. We're gonna cut these ops for sure. Opt gone. 4th, no one left behind. 3rd prankster, 3rd overlord, and 3rd cut down. I think. Does that make sense? Could do 4th chart over 3rd prankster maybe. Let's try that. Anybody just ever you just wake up and just want to get it twisted sometimes? Okay. Okay, this works. This can play. I think we just do this. Are they also on 5? This hand's not bad. We just need to find a biggin. Large individual. Large individual coming in. I am willing to buy 1 7-mana creature. That is not a 7-mana creature. Dealer. Thank you. See, you just have to ask nicely sometimes. Island Fountain Port, huh? What are we doing with Island Fountain Port? Probably countering Scavengers. Rude. My essence has been scattered. Mono blue. Mono blue flash, maybe? Could be a Brineborn Enjoyer. Bro, I can't cast those. I mean, eventually I can cast them, but not yet. God, this deck would be so much better if we had Consider. Consider is just putting 2 cards in the graveyard for Oculus is so huge. Alright, well, just resolved. Not yet charging for it. Think twice. True. Oh, okay. We have a Gandalf Enjoyer. A true blue-white control mage. That's fucked up. Bro, come on. What is this? What is this? What is this? Alright, attack your Jace for 1. Streamer, nice deck, Streamer. It's a really good deck you got here, buddy. Streamer, have you considered putting cards in your deck that allow you to cast the cards that are in your hand? Oh, they milled me? Oh, you shouldn't have. You shouldn't have. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Imagine milling your opponent. Little did they know. Okay, creature located. I know. What a nice opponent. What a very nice individual Jarbs is. Jarbs confirmed. Believer. Believer has been spotted. Oh, world to feel this way forever. Bro. Yeah, that's messed up. That is very messed up. Chapter Juan. Chapter Juan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we have to get rid of the second Oculus. Although I guess we have the Overlords, maybe not. I guess I could just rebuy the Oculus with this. Yeah. Oculus, come back. So 3, 6. This is going to get us to 10 cards in grave. Then we can go Oculus 4 left, which is probably enough to get the second Oculus into play too. Blue-white control enjoyer. I don't know. Is it just me, or is there like a recent update that just made Dwayne stop working? Like, I click on Dwayne, I just want to make sure he's okay, you know? I just want to check in on Dwayne. But he's not moving. Somebody needs to tell me if he's okay. Or are they milling us? Well, I think that's their win condition. We're on 28 cards, so if they have second Jace, that's 15, right? Make a treasure. Treasure. What does the power level of standard feel like? Feels like you just got hit by a truck. It's definitely higher than it was before Foundations, for sure. Overlord. Oh, wait. I only have 4 mana, so I can't No One Left Behind a Boom Boom. That's awkward. Alright, -1 cut down. If I had 1 more mana, we could have got back the Sire or the Zetalpa. -1 cut down. We won't be needing that one anytime soon. I think we'll be alright. Alright. Oculus. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got to get rid of either Sire, Zetalpa, or No One Left Behind. Probably No One Left Behind. Although we have this other Founding. That's kind of why I want to keep the No One Left Behind. But I want to keep the 2 big creatures in the graveyard. How come we didn't just take the chance to put a fatty in there? What do you mean? I only had 4 mana when the Founding went off, so I couldn't cast No One Left Behind. Because it costs 5 mana if you're targeting a big creature. It only gets discounted if you're targeting CMC 3 or less. Yeah, you have to pay the mana. Yeah, founding of the 3rd path is not that good. You have to actually pay the mana for it. No. I would agree with that, Pike. I think the power level's pretty high. But, like, I think the power level is pretty high in a good way. I don't think that there's any, like, one deck or strategy that feels too overpowered. I mean, you could certainly say something about the black mid-range decks. Maybe they're a little too good. But that's not even a product of Foundations. That's just a product of, like, the fact that they pushed the color black so hard in the past, 4 or 5 years. But yeah, it's definitely, like, the power level is definitely up there. But I tend to, like, I think I'm okay with that. I think it's overpowered, but in a good way, in a healthy way. Yeah, that's another thing too. We have to, you have to really change your outlook on how you view Standard. Like, this is not, for lack of a better term, this is not your grandmother's Standard. This feels a lot more like Extended back in the day, if anybody gets that reference. If we have any fellow boomers in chat, fellow people that were around during the Nixon administration, like, it feels basically like Extended back in, like, 05, 06. Opponent is really not sure about the Scavengers. We got Jarbs right where we want them. They don't know. They are flabbergasted. They do not know what to do. All right, cool. Tank for 5 minutes, counter your spell. All right, resolves. Excellent choice, Jarbs. That is an excellent choice. How many of the No One Left Behind do I have? I have 2 left. All right, give me a No One Left Behind. No One Left Behind. Okay. 16 cards in deck, huh? I guess I should be a little bit more careful about that. Did not realize how low I was on cards in deck. That's a bit awkward. That's a problem for next turn. I don't think I'll be needing that one anytime soon. Yeah, I can't even attack with my Overlord. I'm just going to deck myself if I attack, because they can shrink it too. I think we kind of have no outs here. Okay, mill 3. We are dead to second Jace. Also kind of dead to that. Although it is nice that we don't have to worry about Jace now. Because they obviously don't have second Jace, they would have just killed us with it. I do think I'm milling them, though. Alright, -4. Maybe this is our new plan. Oh, God. Oh, God, I'm giving them free value. I can't handle it. Alright, Throat. Throat successfully gone for. Now what? Am I allowed to attack? I have 10 cards in my deck. I actually don't think I'm allowed to attack. It's pretty tough. Okay, 9 cards in library. Just have this 5/5 that can't ever attack. Your turn. I pass. All right, Jarbs. Jarbs, what you got for me? Can I cast Zetalpa? I can put it into play with no one left behind. Does that count? I'm not sure if that counts, but I have ways to put the Zetalpa into play. If that's what you're asking. Yeah, there's still 2 left, I believe. 1, 2. Yeah, there's only 2 gone, so in our 9-card deck, we still have 2 left in deck. Okay. They get losted the card that I can't attack with. Interesting. Interesting. I really don't want to mill myself. Positioning on the screen means the number of no ones is hidden behind the extension pop-up. What do you mean? Oh, because it's in top right? Wait, now I'm confused. So should I have it in top left instead? Because I can move it to the other side of the screen if that makes it a bit easier to view. I'm just going to make a big prankster. Yeah, there's a way to do it, but I can't find it. I thought there was a way to do it. Yeah, maybe there isn't a way to move it on the other side. I thought there was. I could have sworn there was. There was a way to position the overlay to the other side of the screen, because it's currently on the right-hand side, and I thought there was a way that you could move it to the other side of the screen so it doesn't interfere with the overlay. I think that worked. Land overview, customize overlay. I just moved it to the other side. Should be doable on the client. Yeah, try that. I didn't realize you could move it like that. But see if that worked. Wait, they just conceded. Oh, they timed out. Okay. Hey, look, it counts, all right? Believers get paid. Kiora, I think, is interesting. I do like the prospect of Kiora. It's like draw, discard, and it's an additional it's an additional threat. Yeah, the Kiora is nice. I like that as a suggestion for sure. Yeah, we're looking for haste right now. Yeah, Aurelia seems to be the best one. Either this Aurelia or the other one. And I'm going to play this one so I don't have to craft another Aurelia. We'll do one of each. Flying First Strike Haste. 1 BBRR. Well, that's not castable. Like, no matter what we play in that spot, it's not going to be castable. Hey, Jace. How you doing today? Welcome. Really want to hold up Cut Down in case they have Bat. Kind of time walks me a little bit, but I think it's worth it. Actually, it like double time walks me. This might be a bad idea. Keep that. You know, now that you mentioned that, there may also be some sort of blue version, or not blue version, black-red version, where you cut the blue and you play stuff like Scrapwork Mutt and Fear of Missing Out. I wonder if that's potentially a way to go with this. Could be. Decline. Decline. Yeah, you get like the red 2-mana spells that draw discard. Could be good. Oh, no, holy annex. Okay, let's go here. Chapter Juan. Throw up me. What if I go chapter 2 on this one? No, we can still go chapter 1. And we just mill 8 next turn. Yeah, see, it's fine now because they can take cut down, but we have like if they take the reanimate spell, then we have the cut down, and if they take this, then you know, it's bad if they have 2 bats, I guess. But they don't have 2 bats. No way they have 2 bats. No comment. I have no comments. I have no comments. Absolutely no comment for me. I will not be commenting. So, yeah. Streamer, you appear to have put a Boros card in your Dimir deck. Please explain. All right, you win. Streamer, you appear to have put a card in your deck that you are unable to cast. Can you please elaborate? All right, Golgari, huh? Golgari. Golgari. Problem is they have Graveyard Hate, huh? Graveyard Hate. I mean, I kind of don't want to cut anything. They just won't draw their Graveyard Hate. I mean, I guess it's fine. Ding, ding. Yeah, these Aurelias might be a little sus. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter, right? We cut a Sire and we cut a Zetalpa, which are both equally uncastable. We got a Reader right now. They are deathly afraid of the Aurelia. All right, that's pretty good. Pretty good. Just don't cast Ghost Vacuum, please. All right, Charm me. I guess if I draw Scavengers, haste might be more important. So we can do this. I'm going to keep that. I think that's fine, because that can mill over towards Scavengers. Bitter Triumph is legal, yeah. Perhaps I should be playing Bitter Triumph over Go for the Throat. Actually, yeah, why am I playing Go for the Throat over Bitter Triumph? That's a good call. We'll make that swap after. Uno, dos, tres. I guess we keep the... Honestly, I think I'm going to keep the Oculus, because we just have this to get back the Oculus. I think that makes more sense. Do a little bit of this. Oculus Gaming. It's a little rude. I mean, they wouldn't Maelstrom Pulse me, would they? You know, I can actually just do this, right? Rather than cast the Oculus. Because this plays around Maelstrom Pulse, kind of. It's a little bit of a spew, because I don't get a ton of value off the Go for the Throat, or the Founding. But it is safest. Okay. Zetalpa secured. Zetalpa has been secured. As you fade into the night. They don't know, chap. They do not know. They do not know about the Zetalpa. Yeah, we should definitely be playing a Bitter Triumph where we go for the throat. That is a change that I will make after this game, but I did kind of forget about that. What exactly are you inferring? Be careful with how you answer that question, though. All right, hand's perfect. Hand could not be any more perfect. Mosswood Dread Knight. Bro, if I draw land, you are cooked. If I draw land, you are in trouble. Elfmate. Land me, please. Thank you. Kia ora. Uno. And what's the other discard? Second Oculus? Yeah, I don't think we really have the luxury of exiling 6. And also, if we exile 6 to cast it, it makes the Kiora worse. Welcome, Sulking. No blocks. So let's go Chapter 2. Chapter 2. Do a little bit of milling. No one left behind. Now the question is, do we YOLO the Kiora just to make an 8/8? I do have to pay 2 life to do that too. So I attack, they block, I go to 12, they hit me to 6, and then I can flashback. Did I hit a Go for the Throat? I did. So I can flashback Go for the Throat to kill Archfiend next turn. Attack before reanimating the eye. Why would that matter, though? What's the difference? I think I'm just not going to attack. I guess I just give them less information. Bring Kiki back? Well, I mean, Kiki can't attack the turn that I bring her back, right? So I'd rather just like if I'm gonna cast a reanimation spell, I'm getting back the second Oculus. But I'm probably just gonna flashback over the throat. Most likely. Go to 3. We're kind of just dead. 3 life, huh? 3 life and a dream. That's bad. Well, we're not technically dead. We're not technically dead. Oh, I am, because I have to... I have to pay a life to cast the Scavengers. Alright, never mind, I lied. We're done. Streamer, your deck appears to be weak against the black mid-range strategy. And we're back. That was a pretty respectable showing. We did lose to the cards that we expected to lose to. You'll notice in one of the previous, like the very, very last versions, you may have noticed I included in Aurelia the War Leader into the deck list. You know, the deck did kind of change, have a couple of iterations as we were playing it out, and that's going to be a common theme as we kind of test and try new things out in Foundations. I don't know if this card is great. It does have Flying, Vigilance, Haste. Those are 3 pretty good keywords to get under Scavengers. But I think it's much worse as a reanimate target for No One Left Behind than something like Sire or Zetalpa. So the verdict is still out on Aurelia. I do like more copies of Triumph. The ops are pretty unnecessary. More Picklocks is good. The 3rd Overlord, the 4th No One Left Behind. I think those were changes that we made along the way, so keep those in mind. But overall, if you can dodge graveyard hate, I think this is a pretty good approach to the graveyard strategy. And I do like the fact that No One Left Behind reanimating Oculus is a pretty big part of this. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, adios.